Lord, they out here dragging this legendary woman right here, Dionne Warwick, over an interview that she did with Essence magazine, simply because Essence asked her if Beyonce was an icon, and she replied, not yet. And the Beyhive has lost their damn minds. Okay, so Dionne Warwick sat down with Essence magazine because she has an album coming out. And of course, they were interviewing her, and they asked her about the music today. They asked her if the music today has classics. And she basically said, no, not yet. Okay, she said, I don't know if 10 years from now, anybody can actually sing the songs of our babies today. That's not, as you guys say, throwing shade. It's looking at it with reality. She said that she is a fan of Beyonce, but she's not quite an icon yet. She said, watching her grow has been quite refreshing. It's wonderful to see how she's been able to create what and who she wanted to be and who she is. Very, very proud of that. I really am, she said. She said, now sustaining and becoming a big icon that Gladys Knight or Patti LaBelle or Johnny Mathis or Frank Sinatra or Sammy Davis Jr. is, I doubt that. She continued to say, and I love her to death and can appreciate her talent, but that iconic status is a long road ahead. When it comes to making history and breaking records, you know, she's done that, but icon status, not yet. And as I've stated, the Beyhive is dragging Miss Warwick for filth. I have seen these young folks call this woman B's and H's, and they have said that she has Alzheimer's and shut the F up. I have never seen an elderly person in that regard, dragged for such filth over her opinion. She gave her opinion, and you know, that's the problem. I feel like what's wrong with society today is that an opinion is always perceived as hate to these young folks. They don't understand that the woman was simply giving her opinion. She didn't say that Beyonce was never going to become an icon. She just said, not yet. And again, sometimes people are so far up these people's asses that they just cannot see it any differently. So anyway, when this broke and people started dragging poor Dionne for filth, she said, what I said is in quotes. What Essence said is not. It takes a long time to reach and achieve iconic status. That's not to say that Beyonce isn't well on her way. She's a gifted performer. That was a reach from Essence. So Essence twisted her words, and of course, that's what went out. They said, well, she said she's not an icon, and they kind of left it at that. She said, not yet. It's a long road ahead. Okay. Now, when I thought about what an icon is, I looked it up. It said a person or thing that is revered or idolized. Now, when I look at the definition of icon, and I think about Beyonce, in my opinion, I do think she is iconic if you look at it like that. If I'm going by the definition here, a person or thing that is revered or idolized, well, hell, in this generation right now, it don't get any bigger than Beyonce. So if I'm defining icon like that, I would say, yes, she is an icon. Okay. Now, let's not sleep on Dionne Warwick either. And all these people that don't know her and being crazy and being disrespectful. Dionne Warwick, I wouldn't call her an icon, but I will definitely call her legendary. She had a lot of legendary hits. Say a Little Prayer, Walk On By, Don't Make Me Over. That's what friends are for. I'll Never Love This Way Again. Please, young folks, stop disrespecting these elders and sleeping on them, because the young people that you guys love right now got their swag, got their stuff from the people that came before. And Dionne Warwick was in that class with Gladys Knight and Patti LaBelle and Aretha Franklin. She was in that class of women. Now, again, did she reach that icon status? I don't necessarily think she did, but she definitely is legendary and she should be respected. And so I don't like it when I see these young folks out here disrespecting her. All right, I don't like that. But when it comes to Beyonce, we can't sleep on her either. Okay, she has won the most BET Awards, MTV Music Awards, and Soul Train Awards. She has a total of 23 awards and 66 nominations from the Grammys as both a solo artist and a member of Destiny's Child. And she's been the most nominated woman and the second most awarded woman in Grammy history. All right. She's also been nominated for several Emmy and Golden Globes. So, is she on her way to iconic status? Or legendary status? I think she is. But do I think she's an icon right now? I actually think she is. Okay, and I'm not a part of the Beyhive, by the way. Now, Beyonce don't pay me to drool all over her and to defend her on the internet like some of these other people do. I'll never understand that. You would think that Beyonce was putting money in each and every one of these people's pockets, that the way they go so hard for her. I know you could love her. You can love her without being disrespectful to other people. If somebody have an opinion about her that you don't like, these people lose their damn minds. They do. Now, even though I don't necessarily agree with Miss Warwick, Dionne Warwick, for saying that she's not an icon, I do agree with something that she did say, and I think it's getting glossed over. She said, I don't know if 10 years from now, anybody can actually sing the songs of our babies today. Now, I took that line and I thought to myself, I think she has a point. I am trying to think of a song, and I don't want to just focus on Beyonce, but I'm trying to think of a song right now in this last decade of this generation that will you be able to play it 30 years from now? Like you can play Aretha Franklin's Respect, or when Michael Jackson Thriller come on, or Beat It, or all his songs, Billie Jean. If you hear that beat, Billie Jean, I don't care if you're young or you old, 30 years from now, people are going to still know that music. They're going to know that song. And I'm wondering, and I'm asking you guys, I'm not going to even give my opinion on this. Do you feel that Beyonce, or anybody else in this generation for that matter, has a song that you feel that when your kids are grown, they still going to be like, or somebody can get up and be like, yeah, I know that song. I don't know. I think she has a bit of a point there. Now, obviously, things will have changed by then, and maybe they will be jumping up to Future, okay? Or they will be jumping up to, Sierra or Meg Thee Stallion. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. But I don't know if they do have any songs that stick like that. Hell, they still jumping up to My Neck and My Back, a certain population. So maybe they will. I don't know. Okay. Cause every time My Neck and My Back come on, it still stick like, it's a hit that stick like grits. It's still pop. It's still clap. It's still slap out here. So I don't know. But I do feel like she did have a point. Okay. People have to read and understand. She said that Beyonce's not an icon yet. That is not to say that she will never be an icon. She said that she has time. Aretha Franklin was not an icon right away. Okay, Aretha Franklin, it took time. And people just assume that, okay, just because Beyonce out here being I think she's an absolute great entertainer. Like, she is a hard-working woman. When it comes to entertaining, I think she is at the top. I will not disagree with, I think this is a hard-working ass woman right here. Okay, but when it comes to being a legend, I don't think she's there yet. She has time. Beyonce's not even 40 years old. Give her time. Like I said, Aretha Franklin wasn't a legend in her 30s or early 30s, but she definitely was going that route. And like I said, when Respect come on, everybody all over the world knows that song. Does Beyonce have that? Does Beyonce have one of those songs like that? Like a Michael Jackson, like like I said, a Frank Sinatra, or again, a Prince. Okay. Does she have a song like that again, the minute it popped off, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, people are going to be just popping up and dancing like a Michael Jackson, like I said. Does Dionne Warwick have a point? And what is wrong with her giving her opinion? She did not say that she would never be an icon. She said she's not going to be an icon yet. Like I said, I disagree on that. I think based on the definition of icon, I think Beyonce, in my opinion, is there. She's not legendary, in my opinion. Not yet. She's going to get there. I believe it. I think she has staying power. This woman has staying power. But allow these elders to school. Allow them to speak. Allow them to speak their minds. They came up in a different generation. Okay. She gave her opinion. She was not hating. Opinions are not always hate, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with Dionne? Do you think that Beyonce is not an icon yet? Sound off. Let me know your thoughts.